Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome to
Americana.
I'm great. I'm great. You guys, today is the day that this episode comes out.
Whoops.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
It depends. It depends how frisky Dylan's feeling.
Yeah, it is Sunday, August
Yeah.
18th.
Yeah. It's nearly noon, but not quite there.
We were supposed to record this like 2 hours earlier
We'll pretend it is noon, though.
so that we can have these beers.
Yeah.
This is about to be a shit show.
Cheers,
Sorry for any recording and or editing that you're about to have to witness in your ear holes because we are all unhinged.
Today is going to be a good day, you know?
For sure. I had to fucking talk Aaron into this one Corona.
This is very true. But we all know that one is a gateway to more. So
I know, really. Like, it tastes like more.
God damn!
So thanks for joining us in our vices.
Yeah.
You know, beer, weed, true crime,
You know?
all of them.
These, that's what we should have called it, like Vice Crime. And they'd be like,
Ooh.
whoa, is it like Miami Vice? And we're like, no, we just do all of our vices. I have my caffeine here.
While we record, I fucking pounded a Red Bull. I feel great. I feel so good.
I can feel my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm aware of every breath I take and every move you make.
Oh, no. You're going to be watching me.
Just like Sting.
Well, they're going to be watching. There you go.
Somebody's watching.
Somebody's watching.
What's your goddamn?
Somebody's watching me.
It always feels like somebody's watching me.
My goddamn is actually, I went back to my bunion surgery lady, right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I went back there because I was like, hey, let's like do this one final fucking look at it, right? Also, I have some concerns because it still hurts a little bit and some other shit, right? And the toe is now like crossed back into, for anyone who doesn't know, I had surgery on my foot for a bunion, right? A bunion is when your big toe crosses over into your other toes and then you get a big bump on the side, right?
On your toe knuckle.
On your big toe knuckle. Yeah, you get a big bump over there and everyone's like, wow, that's unsightly. Get it cut off.
Ew.
Ooh, gross. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be gross. So I did that. And then I went back just on like Friday or
Was
something.
it like a 6-month checkup or something? Or
No, it's like almost a year. It'll be a year in September.
is it normal to go for a checkup, or did you schedule this because you're like, I have concerns?
Both. So
Okay.
I'd been going like monthly and then like every other month, kind of like after a kid, you know, you like
And then
get
they're like, your
farther
shit's
and farther.
fine.
Yeah, exactly. And they would do x-rays to make sure that like everything fused right, did it right, whatever. And every time she was like, yeah, it looks great. And every time I was like, that's kind of, it's like
It's weird.
bending back a little bit. Like, I don't know. And so then this last time I was finally like, hey, so like, what the fuck is this, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, I knew I should have done that part.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is your nightmare.
Yeah. So if I want it to be like,
Right?
I just got to do it again. A different surgery this time.
Shut up.
Yeah. Just
Why?
a different one. Just the fucking other one that she should have done in the fucking first place. I don't know.
Maybe we find a different doctor and get a second opinion.
100% we're finding a different doctor and getting a second opinion. Yeah. Yeah.
Would the second surgery be as painful? Like you're starting from scratch?
No. The second
Okay.
one would be like I could be walking on it in a couple of days. So it wouldn't be as bad and it wouldn't be as bad of a recovery and all that kind of stuff. Like I could be on a walking shoe or whatever in a couple of days. Yeah. But
Oh.
I don't want to. Like, fuck you, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at it. It's fucking just, it's back. It's the same. It's
Is
the
it
same
the
as it was.
same?
Well, look at this one. See where that one goes?
Yeah.
Look at this one. It's the fucking same. It doesn't have a bump anymore. It doesn't have as big of a bump.
It's pretty close to
but
the same.
fuck
yeah.
you, man.
But I didn't know if your other one was like way worse or before.
It was worse,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be also still fucking
there.
bad. Like
Yeah.
the other
I
one
don't
was
know
bad.
I don't know how bunion surgery works. Supposed to look straight again?
Yeah, she was like, well, you know, it's just cosmetic at this point. If you want the toe to be straight like that, we can do this, but then you'll get like a peace sign if it goes out too much. If you overcorrect it, it'll be like a
You're
peace
like,
sign with
bitch,
your
I
big
got
toe.
Cirque du Soleil of the joints, my friend. I'm not worried about overcorrection.
Yeah, and the other part is like, okay, will it feel better though? Like,
yeah, why does it still hurt? Did she say that's normal?
yeah, so I was like, oh, also, it, like, cramps really bad under, like, my arch or whatever, like, where she did the surgery part. It cramps really bad under there and hurts for a long time. And she was like, well, how long does that last? And I was like, 45 seconds to a minute or so. And it's like, maybe a couple times a week if I, it's not
Depending
all the
on
time.
how you're using it.
Yeah, and she goes, oh, okay. Well, I would be concerned if it lasted for days.
Oh my God.
So, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm dealing with that. We'll figure it out.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so if anybody's got any,
Remember that guy we ran into at the winery and he was like, it's the best thing you'll ever do with your life?
So many people have told me that, yeah. But there's also a high chance that you have to get them corrected and stuff. So,
really?
yeah.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's find a different person.
Yeah,
That's
we
good
will.
That it won't be as bad.
The other part is, she was like, well, we could schedule it right now and I could get you in tomorrow because I'm going to because I'm going to be having back surgery in like January or something. So she's not doing any, or in whatever this
we
year.
don't want her
So she's not doing any surgeries until after January. So she's like, but if you do it right now, we could like get you in.
No.
And I have just changed my insurance and it's not with her. And so I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, and even then, like I'm learning things about myself and life and everything. And I'm learning that any kind of decision that has to be made like quickly and swiftly,
Right.
it's usually there's something weird. Like, no, you shouldn't be, not that she's pressuring you, but
Yeah.
like, you don't need to make a surgery decision because she's having surgery. Like,
Yeah,
you can find another doctor or wait.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I went with was like, well, maybe I can try to change my insurance to do that, but if I can't, what are my next steps? And she's like, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, all right. So there's that. But I don't know. She was really nice. She was really whatever, all the things. But like,
and maybe
fuck, man, I'm so frustrated.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went through hell.
Yeah. Gotta do it again. If I want to. I don't even know if I want to. Part of me is like, well, fuck it.
I wonder if it'll, like, I know it's a year out, but maybe as, like, time
It's a year next month. And so that's my other, like, maybe.
But you know how, like, birth,
month.
I still can't stand too long or my vagina feels like it's going to fall out sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe.
Shit's just different now. I don't know, man. So.
I'm probably supposed to have surgery to make it not different, though.
Do you have to get, like, the fucking sling or whatever?
I don't know. Probably. I piss myself all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Right now, anyway.
Yeah, it's not enough piss
keep pissing myself.
to make you worried about it. Yeah. That's my exciting life update on my feet.
Sucks.
Yeah.
That's so lame.
Yeah. What's yours? What's your goddamn?
I actually have had such a chill, calm week, it feels like. I mean, life has been lifing, but I've been using all my skills and everything, so mentally, I'm good.
Hell yeah.
So my goddamn is a very generic, basic one, but I basically have super fun things planned for every month, which used to stress me out, and I'm sure, like, next week will stress me out, but, like, I'm so excited for them.
Oh my God. I'm so excited, too, because I'm involved in most of them.
You're involved in all of them, almost.
Most, yeah.
There's only one that you're not involved in, and you can be.
And you still keep trying to get me involved.
Yeah, like, it's not a... But, like, next month we go to Boston. Mm-hmm. And then in October we have a fun girls' weekend planned that I'm so looking forward to.
And in October, well, it's not you, but you'll be with us. We're going to do the beach house thing with my family. Or Brandon's family. Which I'm counting as mine.
I forgot about that. Is that your second half of October?
Second half of October, yeah. So then you'll be there for that too.
And I'm like, what is she busy with? I need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, beach house, girl. Beach on.
I'm busy also then. And then in November, I'm going to Tennessee. Yeah, we're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
That'll be exciting. I'm not going to that.
It's actually for a football game.
That's
but
not
I don't
exciting.
even care. I'm so excited for
Nashville.
Yeah.
For like, cowboy boots and
I have made the
country
executive decision that I'm like, we're staying in a hotel downtown so that if I want to go to a live music bar or whatever, I can walk to it.
Yeah.
If nobody else wants to go, at least I know I can.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure people will come with me. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm
the
like,
group that you're in, they just want to go drink.
100%. All the girls in my group, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Particularly Darcy, she's not going to let me do anything alone.
No, for sure. She'll be with you every step of the way.
She's going to be the one telling me to drink more, and I'm going to be like, I want to go to bed. She is me, but like younger. So
More
dangerous.
stamina.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so excited for that. And then in December, what do we have in December? Oh, we're going to a concert. I'm so excited. We're going to that country concert.
Yeah.
I just have so many fun things every month that I have something to look forward to, and it feels good.
I love that.
I know.
Life is good when you have something
And
to look forward
most
to.
of them are actually kid-free.
Well, yeah.
Well, like half of them. Half and half.
Are you
So
not
it's a
taking
good
the
balance.
kids to Nashville? That would be weird if you did,
no.
but yeah. Fuck no.
Not till they're older.
Fuck them kids.
I need to go to Nashville first.
Right, yeah.
That'd be like me taking them to like New Orleans or
yeah.
something. Like,
no. You need to experience it
not without
first.
a babysitter or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I
Well,
know.
fucking next couple of times we go, whenever, we should start trying to budget in for an extra person. We'll have a nanny on the trip.
Hell yeah, right? To watch all of our kids?
Yeah, exactly.
With all of us combined throwing in, nothing.
My old coworker, guaranteed she would. Her
Fuck
family's
yeah.
from Massachusetts. She'd be like, can I come with you?
Yes.
Like, take our kids with you to all your family functions.
Yep, exactly. So that's my goddamn. It's just
love
that
it.
life is looking up right now.
Life is looking up, and you started work, and look at this mental health on you. You're just fucking living the dream right now.
Yeah,
I love
and
this
work
look
is
on you.
working. Work is like,
Not great, but
they
your
crazy out there.
head is above water and everything.
I'm doing all right this week. Last
love
week
it.
was a little tough, but it was my first full week back.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
we were treading water.
Yeah.
But this week I feel like I got a nice, I don't know, breaststroke going or something. I just wanted to say the word breast.
I like
I'm
it.
just feeling good. I don't know. I like
I
it.
love that.
I know. Me too.
Hell yeah. Congratulations,
Now, if
man.
we could just figure out our podcast life, that'd probably be better.
So,
Yeah.
that's another thing we should probably address. I did not research Patreon again, so I'm going to do that this fucking week or something. We're going to get caught up. I swear to fucking God. I know we say that every week.
month.
Every month. But we are going to get caught up, I swear. And also, I think the video cut off.
I know.
So I have my belongings here. We'll fucking try and figure that out when we're done here.
I think it's my fucking computer.
I think so too. So maybe I'll start doing it, but I want to do it with you one more time to make sure that like I know how to do it.
I will
guess.
kiss you on the forehead if you start doing it.
Girl, I got you.
You're like, I don't need you to kiss me on the forehead. Please don't.
I'll accept it. Let me wipe it off.
Just
first.
one gentle.
Sweaty.
Do you want me to lick my lips first? So we get a good seal?
All the way
I
around.
heard your spit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can figure is just my fucking computer or something. But then sometimes it doesn't work out here. I don't know, girl, but
It might be your internet. It could be anything. But my internet's been shitty lately. But the last time I brought it to my house, it worked. So I'm like, pff, obviously, it's perfect at my house.
maybe we just tag team this shit.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be fine.
Because I can only mentally health carry one thing at a time, and I feel like I'm working on work right now. So sorry, guys, but I
100%.
love you.
Yes, I know. I get it. And I'm trying to fucking pick up the slack here, but, you know, I got to learn how to do it again first. The other half of me is like, I know it's easy, but I don't want to learn yet.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. It really does help, though, that we don't have anybody to answer to.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
for my stress levels.
Yeah, it's just us, and we're like, I don't know, man, we're trying.
And everybody's so awesome. The
Yeah.
goddamn fam, that they have been so supportive that I feel like a piece of shit, though.
I do too. I greatly appreciate all the slack we've been given, and I swear we are gonna get on our fucking game.
Yeah.
We also have a letter from Dylan's bestie, Grace. I don't know if there is
What?
if he's your bestie or not. I left it in my Jeep on accident.
What?
I know, I'm sorry, I have to go get it. I don't know if you guys are besties, so I'm sorry if I just stepped up your relationship.
Well, they're besties now.
Yeah, they are.
And I feel like we need to meet this Grace.
I know, I feel like that too. I did not read it yet, so that's why I don't know what it says or how to address that.
Well, I'm just excited we got a letter.
I am too, but it's in my Jeep. I gotta go get it after this.
Side note, for Dylan, I was cleaning out my closet and I found the latest installation of Collate that I did not read yet.
What?
Which is like
Fucking sealed?
still that
Signed,
shit is
sealed,
in
and delivered?
mint condition.
Oh shit.
But my favorite thing to do is get high and read those.
Actually, I was gonna say, Dylan, you could have been slacking on those.
yeah, what the fuck? Where's
we
my
haven't
next
gotten them.
edition?
Yeah. What are
Also-
they, quarterly now?
Also, I secretly tried to see if I was there for any of the events that is mentioned in there.
Yeah.
And I think I've only been able to catch like one.
I
But
think-
that's
yeah.
my own fault because we haven't all hung out.
That's true. That's true. We
So-
need to make more memories. You
Yeah,
know?
I need to be in Collate more.
Yeah. I need to be published in a magazine.
Everybody's like,
a
what the fuck is
zine.
Collate? Yeah, it's a zine. It's a
a zine.
bitchin' zine. If you guys want to be on the distribution list, let us know.
If you want to be on the distribution list, fucking write in and we'll give him your address.
Dylan's like, I hate you guys.
Dylan's like, please don't. I don't do that anymore.
Anyway.
You want to talk about murder?
Fuck yeah, I do. I just have to take a drink of this Corona
Me too.
Extra. It's La Cerveza Más Fina. In case you were wondering what kind of cerveza it was.
I was. It's a very fine cerveza.
It's the Mosses of the finest.
Mossy Nissan.
Oh no. Don't do
Moves
that.
you.
Okay, this week I'm going to tell you about Suzanne Jovin.
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Love it.
Suzanne was born January 26th, 1977 in Germany. So
Ooh.
that makes her...
Dusseldorf?
What?
In Dusseldorf? It's the only place I know in Germany.
No.
They're in Frankfurt.
No. I actually don't know where in Germany she was born because I did
okay.
not write that down.
All right.
And in my mind, I was like, she's German. Got it. Okay, next.
Got it. It's not that big.
Okay, so Suzanne, her parents, Thomas and Donna Jovin, they were both scientists who ran the Max Planck Institute of Biophysical Chemistry in Göttingen, Germany.
Okay,
all of this any of those right.
Sounds really nefarious.
Very intelligent.
Not
Nefarious?
what I was going with. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, they sound so smart.
I don't know. To me, I'm like mad scientists.
Ooh, it's because it has the word Max in it.
Yeah,
know?
that's 100%
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust a fucking Max as far as I can throw them. Mad Max, they're always mad.
They're always mad. Scientists, too.
I know, right? Exactly. I see where you went with that now. So, this isn't going to help your case any further, but the family lived in a 14th century Bavarian castle.
Okay, so they're vampire mad scientists, obviously. Love this for them, but also, are they slowly murdering the town? Is it a small town? What's going on here? You know, are they capturing children?
Out. Well, they frequently traveled around Europe together because they were fucking rich scientists who live in a castle. So I guess, you know, they're super well off.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, why would you ever travel? Just stay in my castle.
I know. Stay here forever.
Yeah.
Suzanne was described as a bright and talented child, and she excelled academically. She majored in both biology and chemistry in her German high school. I guess you pick majors in high school there.
Okay.
Who fucking knew?
They're a lot smarter in other places.
Dude, at the U.S., we're like, can you just attend all your classes every day, hopefully?
This kid has math. Whoa, is he smart?
Nope.
No, he just can count.
Does he remember the quadratic formula once? Anyway, so she was intelligent and rich, basically, right? And she majored in biology and chemistry in high school in Germany.
Yeah, good for her.
Suzanne could also play the piano and cello, obviously. Mm-hmm. And she also spoke 4 different languages, like, you know,
German,
English, German, French, Spanish. The 4.
I'm pretty sure, like, everyone not in America can speak a couple of languages.
I know. It's very useful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those 4 have to be so useful for traveling the world.
Yeah. All we got is English, so everybody else learned it for us.
We took Spanish and we're still like, I don't fucking know.
We live in fucking where everybody speaks Spanish.
TJ. Yeah, we're almost in TJ, and still I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like, can you slow it down? I'll get the gist, but I can't speak it back.
No, I haven't practiced that shit in forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she was doing great. She moved to the U.S. specifically to attend college because she was accepted to Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, which was her mother's alma mater, too. So, like, she is following in her parents' footsteps.
Yeah, love that for her.
Oh, I know. How exciting to leave to a different country. She was initially following in her parents' footsteps, like I said, and she decided to study science, but she changed course and decided instead to pursue a double major in international relations and political science.
Okay.
So, big jump from biology and shit.
Sciences to
behavioral
stuff.
Like politics and shit.
Yeah.
And international relations. Okay, girl, what you going to do for us? So, Suzanne, for us, she's all from Germany. I'm like, come help us.
Help.
What's wrong with our international relations?
She's like, you guys don't.
You guys are fucked.
You guys should start with your high school.
Yeah, somewhere. So, Suzanne was a very busy gal.
Okay.
And she worked in one of the dining halls on campus. She was a member of, like, the Yale fucking choir. I don't know. Okay. She would help tutor elementary school kids. And she also participated in this program that was called Best Buddies. And it provided companionship for adults with intellectual disabilities. So she was, like, a well-known figure on the Yale campus.
Okay.
She was very involved.
Philanthropic.
Right. She was described by friends as beautiful, smart, and compassionate. Mm-hmm. Also, I'll just enter it here, but some of her friends have said, like, in hindsight, she gets painted as, like, this, like, kind of quiet, meek gal that's, like, really smart. But actually, she went to she studied poli-science and international relations. So she's, like, really big on doing what's right and, like, standing up for what's right. So she was actually very outspoken and kind of, like, activist-ish, it sounded. But, you know, just to get that right.
Okay.
Suzanne dreamed of changing global public policy and eradicating terrorist threats.
Oh,
that was, like, her big goal in life.
Yeah, that's a lofty goal.
Right? And for her senior thesis, she chose to write about Osama bin Laden.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? And she wrote about this, and he's, like, the terrorist leader. I'm sure everybody knows.
We all remember.
But she was writing about this in 98, so this is a couple years before 2001. Mm-hmm. And she's like,
Y'all heard about this guy?
I want to watch out for him.
It's kind of dangerous.
And this is what her thesis is on, right? So she's actually fucking smart.
Yeah, look at that.
I know, right? So this brings us to December 4th, 1998.
Mm-hmm.
And Suzanne is working on her senior thesis about Osama bin Laden. And she wakes up really early on the 4th, and she works on her senior essay in a computer room on campus. And her student badge was scanned in at 4:25 in the morning. So, like, she woke up at the fucking ass crack of dawn.
Yeah.
And she's getting working on her thesis.
All right, good for her.
Right? So, around noon, she leaves the library or the computer room or whatever, and she goes and picks up some keys for a Yale station wagon that she was going to borrow for that evening because she had a Best Buddies event that she was helping with. And so she needed the station wagon to, like, get things to and from and shit, right?
Makes sense.
And I guess they have station wagons you can borrow. So she picks up the keys around noon. At 1:30, she heads back to her apartment and she continues to work on her thesis and also works on applying to grad schools because she's planning to go to grad school.
Okay.
She is fucking intelligent.
Apparently.
So this takes us to 1:15 p.m. where Suzanne is seen dropping off her last draft of her thesis to her thesis advisor, a professor by the name of James Van de Velde.
Ooh, okay.
Suzanne then headed to Trinity Lutheran Church because that's where she was hosting this Best Buddies event, and it was a pizza building party that she was putting on. I know, right? So she goes to that church so that she can start setting everything up. The pizza party goes off without a hitch.
That you know of.
Right?
Those
That I'm aware of.
pepperonis didn't crisp up like they should have.
All over the place. Oh, frisbee pepperonis all over. I don't know. It's like fucking...
It was probably a nice event.
It was probably delightful. And by 8:30, the pizza party was over, but Suzanne had stayed later to help clean everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very end of the night, she had the station wagon, so she was driving another volunteer home.
Okay.
At around 8:45 p.m., Suzanne returned the borrowed station wagon to a campus parking lot on Edgewood Avenue and Howe Street. All of this is going to take place on campus area, so I'm going to say all the streets in case we have any intelligent people here who go to Yale.
I'm sure we have so many.
But just know that it's like in the vicinity of campus, okay? So
Okay.
she drops off the car at a campus parking lot, and then she proceeds to walk to her apartment from the parking lot, and it's only like 2 blocks away, and her apartment is on Park Street.
And it's like 9:30 right now?
Yeah. But it would probably be, honestly, it's probably like a block away.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's like a side alley street or whatever. So we'll just say 2 blocks. It's really not that far of a walk.
Okay.
And it is 9 o'clock at night, but also this is like campus. So it sounds like there's a lot of students walking around. And for campus life, it's only 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly. That's still early for
right.
college
But
students.
yes, she is walking around. And so she goes to her apartment. And her apartment was actually located on the 2nd floor of the building, and the bottom floor of her building was a Yale police substation. So, like, she's in a relatively safe area.
Yeah. If you trust the police.
Yeah. She got home, and then there's one account that says a friend stopped by. The other account says she ran into the friend on the way to her apartment or something. But regardless, around this time, she runs into a friend, and the friend invites her out to go see a movie that night. And she says that she can't, and she needs to stay home and get some schoolwork done.
Yeah, it's too late for a movie.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to do that. So then from 9 to 9:10 p.m., she logs into her school email account from her apartment, and she emails a friend in German, so somebody else from... Oh, I forgot to mention, she also, like, started the German club at Yale or something. Like, she's really involved.
Yeah.
So she has another friend who speaks German. She emails the German friend saying, hey, I've got some books that I'm going to let you borrow. I don't know what it was for, something for school. She's like, I'm going to let you borrow these books, but I have to get them from somebody else that I already let borrow the books. But when I get them, I'm going to put them in the lobby of my apartment, and here's the code to get into the lobby so you can grab them because I'm not going to be home.
Okay.
So that's the game plan, right? And this is 9 to 9:10. She logs in, and then she's seen logging out.
Mm-hmm.
She then remembers that she needs to return the keys to the borrowed station wagon, and so she leaves her apartment to go to the Yale Police Communication Center to drop them off.
So just like right downstairs.
Well, it's not downstairs. That's like a substation.
Mm.
I don't know if the communication center is in the same spot as it is today, but I looked it up, and I think it is because it matches like her direction and stuff in the story. It's like 10 blocks away,
Damn.
but you're going like zigzag in those 10 blocks. Like I counted them out and it would be like walking 10 blocks. I think it's like a 30-minute walk.
God damn.
Or
That
something.
late at night?
I know, but like honestly, the way
Like 30
it
minutes
goes-
there or there and back? Because you got to get back, too. That's so fucking late.
I don't know. It's probably like 20 to 30 minutes walk.
Okay.
It's a decent walk. I wouldn't want to do it late at night, but also if I was on campus life and I was fucking, I don't know how old she is, I probably would have and not thought twice about it.
That's true.
And she doesn't have a car, so.
I think I'm very much more jaded now that we've done this.
I know.
And
Me
I've
too.
had kids and stuff.
100%.
I'm like, don't ever leave your house.
100%.
You're home and it's dark. Stay inside.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Why would you ever go outside? Of course something bad's going to happen.
Yeah. So it's like 10 blocks away or something,
Yeah.
right? It's a decent walk, but she's going to just go ahead and get this shit done.
All right. Good for her.
So at around 9:20 to 9:25, Suzanne runs into a fellow classmate.
Hello, fellow.
Hello, fellow. A man by the name of Peter Stein. And she runs into him near Phelps Gate on campus again, in case anybody's wondering. And I would say that's like halfway through her journey.
Okay.
Or a little less than halfway. So they run into each other and they chat for a few minutes and then they go on their separate ways. Peter says that Suzanne was holding a piece of white paper in her hand and that he noticed that she didn't have a backpack or anything on. Like she had nothing on her and she seemed totally normal, like she wasn't intoxicated or anything like that. And she mentioned to him that she was actually really tired and looking forward to some sleep.
I bet she's been up all day.
Since 4:25.
Yeah.
Probably 4 o'clock if you didn't get to the fucking computer room till 4:25.
And if she showered and all that day, even earlier than that, 3 a.m.
Right,
It's almost
and
fucking
she held
24
in-
hours that she's been up. She's got to go to bed.
Yeah, she tired. So that makes sense. Then at around 9:30, so like 5 minutes later, another classmate ran into Suzanne and she was walking north on College Street, which would have been like, after Phelps Gate, continuing on College Street, going up towards the Police Communications Center.
Mm-hmm.
And that friend had been returning from a hockey game. And this student also says that Suzanne seemed normal and calm and like nothing was out of place or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to be the last known sighting of Suzanne alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because at 9:55, so this is less than 30 minutes from her last sighting, a 911 call is placed stating that a couple who was out looking at holiday lights, like Christmas lights and stuff, they found a woman who was laying on the side of the road of Edge Hill Road, which is almost 2 miles from where Suzanne's last sighting was, and 2 miles in the opposite direction of her apartment. So like further out of the way. I don't know the actual directions, but let's just pretend we're looking at a map with the police substation right in the middle. Her apartment would be like south and west from the substation, and she was found more like northeast.
Oh, okay.
I know, right?
From the substation.
From the substation.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Ooh, that's not good.
So, like, she shouldn't have been there. Of course, we don't know what she was doing that night, but she shouldn't have been there.
But that doesn't seem like it was ever the plan.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't match. So, anyway, so they find a woman bleeding out on
Oh, my God.
on Edge Hill Road.
Did you say she was bleeding out already?
She was bleeding out. I
That's
don't know
shocking.
if I said that, but she was bleeding out. Sorry.
Oh, God. From where?
I don't know, just from her body.
Okay.
And that woman turned out to be Suzanne Jovin, and she was laying in the grass between the sidewalk and the road. So, like, that little patch of grass. And she was, like, partially in the road.
Oh, God.
By the time emergency services arrived, Suzanne had already passed away due to the amount of blood loss.
Oh, my God.
Which, again, it had only been, like, that had to happen within less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? 2 miles away. She was pronounced dead at 10:26 p.m., so less than an hour than when she was last seen alive. She
Holy
was already
shit.
dead. She had been stabbed in the head and the neck.
What the fuck?
In the back of the head and the neck. Over 17 times. And her throat had been slashed.
Oh, my God.
That's fucking
There?
brutal.
There? Or
Yeah.
do you think that she was moved there?
Well, see, they don't give you all these details, so I'm presuming it was there.
Mm-hmm.
There was enough blood loss that,
Yeah.
I mean, it was 17 times. I guess they said that only one stab was actually fatal. And I don't remember why it was
Probably
fatal.
the slit throat situation.
Probably, yeah. But anyway, so 17 times in the back of the head and neck, and her throat had been slashed.
Jesus.
When they performed the autopsy, they discovered that the tip of the knife that was used to kill her had been lodged in Suzanne's skull.
Oh, my God.
So it was brutal and aggressive. Not that they ever aren't, but you know what I mean? Just to paint it more horrifically.
Right.
She had not been sexually assaulted.
That's good.
And she had on earrings and a watch, and she had a few bucks in her pockets, and none of those things had been taken.
What the heck?
So it wasn't a sexually motivated crime, and it wasn't a robbery. So we know from doing this so much that stabbing is pretty intimate. That's a lot of work and pretty aggressive. So it could likely be somebody she knows, right? Somebody you know who is like passionately angry at you for something.
But right off the bat, my brain goes to if you're walking alone at night and then you've been attacked from behind, it kind of screams like stranger.
Like somebody
opportunity.
who's crazy.
Yeah, like an opportunity thing.
Could
like
be.
they saw that person was
Right.
like, I'm going to go over there and get this unsuspecting person.
Right, it could be. But she was found so far away that they suspect that she had to have gotten into somebody's car. Like, they don't think she could have walked there. But then I did the math, like, a.k.a. Google Maps, and then I clicked the walking man, and it said it was only a 35-minute walk. And I'm like, well, that's close enough considering the, shaky timeline we have.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, I mean, I wouldn't, if there were a reason for her to walk over there, like the friend that was borrowing the books or something, if they lived over there, maybe. But we don't know, why she was over there.
Yeah.
But the police are saying that she likely got into somebody's car.
Okay.
So then again, are you going to get into somebody's car that you know?
But you wouldn't get stabbed in the back of the head.
In a car.
So it would have to be like either out or walking or like, thanks for the ride. And then you turn to get out and then they're like, gah,
Yeah.
That seems, I mean, maybe, possibly. Maybe. She could have been in someone's car and she could have gotten out and been attacked by a random.
Yeah.
But
we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But she got attacked. No one had witnessed the crime. Other than 2 people stated that they heard screaming in the area around the time would have occurred.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
I know. They said they heard a woman and a man's voice arguing and that the woman shouted, quote, "I can't believe you're doing this to me," end quote.
That's a long
Scream.
and like polite.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. That's
Who
what
art thou behind me now?
That's what made me think if that were her being attacked, that maybe it's somebody she knew.
Yeah, because you wouldn't.
Again.
Yeah, I can't believe like you're doing this to me. That seems.
But also,
personal.
we don't know. We don't know if that's what they heard, if that was really her being stabbed or what.
Of course.
So the police hone in on Suzanne's boyfriend, Roman Cadillo, as their initial suspect.
Okay.
Now, I don't know much about Roman and Suzanne's relationship, but it sounds like they met in freshman year and they've been together for like the 4 years or whatever. So it sounds like it was pretty serious and that there really was no reason for him to harm her. But he was their initial suspect.
Per usual.
I'm not sure what motive they had on him other than he was the closest person to her. And my guess is it looks pretty personal, the attack. But he quickly gets ruled out as a suspect because they don't have like any evidence or any motive or anything.
Yeah. And if he was like logged into his fucking apartment on campus housing, whatever it is.
Like he has alibis and shit.
Yeah.
So turns out not to be him. The next suspect the police zero in on was Suzanne's thesis advisor, that teacher, James Vandevelde.
Uh-oh.
So it turns out that I guess James was a highly sought-after advisor. He had great reviews by other students.
Okay.
So Suzanne was like really excited to be studying under him that year. But lately, throughout the semester, by the time fall hit, Suzanne had started to complain to her friends and family about him, saying that he didn't seem like he was making enough time for her to actually be a helpful advisor. And when it came to the topic about her thesis subject, he never offered anything, never engaged in conversations or anything.
Oh, that sucks.
I know, but also it's like you're dealing with a political thing, like if he has any opinions on it.
That's true, but he could also, like, as a professor or a helper and advisor,
suck it up and figure it out, for sure.
And it's like, you should look at it objectively.
Right.
You know?
I agree. No, you're right. But it makes sense to me.
For sure.
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, he probably was just like offended by your topic or
yeah,
something. You
like,
know?
whatever. He might have had the opposite idea or whatever.
Like
just
if
been like,
you
you're
were an
stupid.
advisor and somebody was like, anyway, I'm going to tell you why the Bible is true. You'd be like,
Yeah. Like,
It's
cool.
like torture to read this and I don't want to meet with a student.
That's what you think.
Yeah,
I don't want to meet with a student.
That's how I took it. I don't really know if
Yeah.
I mean, that is so me putting in my own spin on it. Like, you know, I could see it. But
You're like, he actually worshipped Osama?
I was more thinking like, God, what a boring topic.
Well, I imagine they all are. That's why.
It's true, huh? Anyway, so for whatever reason, she wasn't digging him. Now, the feelings were not reciprocated. Like, this man did not give a rip. It sounds like he's like, what? I had no idea. You know, like, I'm just teaching.
Like, she's just a person that I'm advising.
Yeah,
like,
like,
she's a number,
exactly.
a drop
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
bucket.
Yeah, but the police hone in on him because
Okay.
she was saying, oh, he wasn't a very good teacher and maybe there's something related here.
Okay. I mean, was she, like, bad-mouthing him all around town?
I think
other
it's
than
just
to her
the
family
I
and
don't
friends?
think the police really did a great police work.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like the next convenient person.
Okay.
So they really hone in on him. And he continues to maintain his innocence the whole time. He's like, yeah, but you got the wrong person. Like, it's not me and I don't care. Not that I don't care, but like, I didn't do all of that.
Yeah.
I don't have a motive.
Keep looking. I don't have a fucking dog in this fight.
Exactly. Like I said, he always maintains his innocence because they legit have no physical or even circumstantial evidence really against him.
God.
But they marked him, the police marked him as an official suspect. And because of that, like in the media and everything.
Yeah, his life is ruined.
Basically, yeah, Yale refused to rehire him for the next semester. So he lost his job as a professor.
Oh my God, that sucks.
I know.
I mean, if he didn't do it.
Yeah, right. In 2001, James sued Yale for wrongful termination.
Wow.
And violating his civil rights of like innocence until proven guilty and all that shit.
Yeah. Did he win?
The suit didn't get settled till 2013, but it was settled outside of court, and he got paid an undisclosed amount or something like that.
I hope he got bank,
I
assuming
hope
he
so
didn't
too,
do it.
because they fucking ruined his reputation.
Well, and his, like, 12 years of his career, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't until 2013 that the police officially removed him as a suspect.
That's
until
crazy.
2013, he was the only suspect. And this crime happened in 98.
That's crazy.
It is the only and they weren't getting any more information because they had nothing against him, but they weren't digging into it anymore or anything. They were just like, "You're our suspect," and he was like, "No, God damn it, take me off the list."
Like, I'm fucking still not.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
And he would like write to them like, "Hey man, I'm not your suspect. Here's some suggestions. Like maybe try this. Maybe try looking here."
Oh no,
Yeah.
this poor guy.
I know, I feel bad
Assuming
for
he
this
didn't
guy.
do it. I keep
So-
wanting to asterisk that.
I know, right? So the investigation into Suzanne's murder has been ongoing for over 25 years
Oh
and
my God.
still remains unsolved.
Oh no.
Oh no, is
What
right.
the fuck?
What in the fuck? I guess at the time of her murder, the crime scene, there was a Fresca can that was found in a bush nearby.
Agua?
Yeah, Fresca. Fresca agua.
Agua fresca.
There you go. It was a Fresca can. I don't know the details about said can other than it was found in the bushes near her body.
Okay.
And
Did they DNA test it?
no, of course not.
Yeah.
The can had fingerprints on it, and it had Suzanne's fingerprints on it, and then it had a partial handprint of somebody else that
What
we
the
don't
fuck?
know. Yeah. So some unknown person. But Suzanne was drinking that can or touched it
Yeah. At some point. What?
at some point. The only place that sold that particular can was a market on campus or close to campus called Krauser's Market, and it was located on York Street, which would have been on her way to drop off the keys like
Oh, okay.
from her apartment. It would have been on the way. But like
After-
before she ran into people.
Oh.
But nobody reported that she was holding a can.
That's
They
what I
said
was
that she
gonna
holding
say.
a piece of paper. Yeah.
Yeah. And you said that she didn't even have a backpack.
Yeah.
So
So
she had a
like,
piece of paper.
Yeah. So is that somebody forgetting that she had a can in her hand?
It could be.
Soda
Yeah, 'cause
or
you might
whatever.
not
We don't know.
pay that much attention.
Right. But that market would have been on her way, so it kind of makes sense.
She could have had like a little clutch bag or something too, or whatever, like
Put it in your
something
fucking
with that.
pocket? I don't know.
Yeah.
In between your tits?
What year was it? 98?
98.
What was the style? Cargo pants for women
I don't know what
and
she was
crop
wearing.
tops.
Yeah, but when she was found, she was in all her clothes and stuff, too.
Yeah, but I
Anyway,
mean,
okay.
cargo pants provide a lot of pockets.
They
That's what I'm
do.
thinking. You remember those
Pockets
big
are-
baggy cargo pants with the belly shirts?
I remember.
That's like back now.
I remember.
That was the 98s, ladies.
Yeah, I don't know what she was wearing when she was found. So maybe.
Maybe she had a canner or Jinko jeans.
That shit was in the bushes, though.
Okay.
Okay, with a partial handprint.
Okay.
The employees of the market were never questioned by the police, so we don't know.
Why wouldn't you at least get their handprint?
The police
to get, like,
sucked.
they stalked it, you know?
Yeah, the police kind of sucked at this.
Yeah.
So they didn't question the employees or anything, so we don't know really where the drink came from.
What?
Mm-hmm. It was also released in 2001 that Suzanne had DNA under her fingernails.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Have they tested that yet?
Yeah, they ran it through CODIS and there was no hits.
Well, did they run it through fucking Ancestry yet? Because I feel like...
I think they should.
That's the next
start
step.
building this family tree and figure out why she got that DNA under her fucking nails.
Or 23andMe. Isn't that solving a lot of crimes and shit now?
Yeah, it is.
That's the next step, ladies.
I know. We're about to solve so many fucking crimes.
Mm-hmm.
There was a woman who later came forward saying that the night that Suzanne was killed and around the same time and in the same area, a man who was white, muscular build and wearing a green loose-fitting jacket slammed his face into the passenger side window of her car while she was driving through town.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
His face? Like, hit his face? Did it leave a face
jumped
impression?
out and was like, hi, like to her passenger side window. Yeah. Fucking terrifying. At like 10 o'clock at night? Hard pass. That's
no, thank
terrifying.
you.
Yeah. It was on Whitney Avenue, which is right by where Suzanne's body was discovered.
Mm-hmm.
So this person just like jumps out and then bounces off the car and runs away off into the fucking abyss.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's the only other suspect that the police have. And he's called the Running Man.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Is like his nickname.
Not like the window face planner.
Yeah. They went with the Running Man. Fucking. Did anybody ever read that fucking Stephen King book? Because I did. And it was a movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger starred in. The Running Man.
Oh, I saw The Running Man, the movie. Yeah.
Well, that's based off a Stephen King book.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. Great movie. My dad watched it all the time.
500 times better book.
I believe that.
Oh, girl. I read that book and I was like, I mean, it's
You're
like
always
very...
obsessed with Stephen King, though.
I was. I mean, it makes sense, though. I'm so into true crime and weird shit.
Very true.
Like...
I mean, he only got me a couple times.
I feel like The Running Man was the basis for, like, The Maze or The Hunger Games, things like that. I'm like, this is just The Running Man redone different ways.
Right.
All right.
Like different situations or different scenarios. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, like I said, we just have The Running Man as our suspect right now. Mm-hmm. They did do a sketch off of his face. So there's that out there.
Mm-hmm. So if anyone recognizes Grandpa.
Yeah. This lady had like a fraction of a second to observe him, too. So who knows? Yeah. Someone else had reported that night that a tan van had been parked right where Suzanne's body had been found. So maybe we're looking for somebody with a green jacket and a tan van. I don't know. But why was he running if he had a van? Doesn't make sense.
Maybe he's running back to his van.
Maybe.
He's like, hey, you got any gas money?
Yeah.
Shake hands here.
Now, multiple task forces have been formed to reinvestigate the case, but we have not solved it yet. The city of New Haven and Yale University have offered a combined $150,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest and the conviction of Suzanne's killer.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of fucking money, huh?
Yeah. Can I suggest 23andMe and collect on that?
You're like, hey...
I have an idea. Why don't you use this giant database that everyone has been putting their DNA into to fuck their older relatives who have committed crimes?
I think it's a great idea.
I do too.
I am still over here like, I think my dad might have been a serial killer or something.
Your dad for sure was not a serial killer. He's the nicest man I ever met in my entire life.
Those are the ones you gotta watch out for.
He just might have been around at the same time in the same location.
He would not do the DNA stuff. He did not want his DNA anywhere on record. He's so paranoid.
Neither will my dad.
Yeah.
I gave it to him as a gift. He slid it back across the table and said, no thanks.
I know.
Give it to someone else. And I was like, what?
They're hiding shit from us,
Sorry,
girl.
Dad. I did it.
Me too. Fucking gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
So, I mean, he's from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Check him out.
No.
He was around
Did he have a green
Connecticut.
jacket and a tan van?
No. He probably had a green jacket.
I believe that.
But
Also,
I don't think he had a tan van. And in the 90s, we were here.
We had a tan van.
Oh, fuck. And you were on the East Coast. Connecticut's not that far from Virginia.
98, I was here.
Oh.
98, I was here. It was either Florida or here.
Wasn't our dad's.
Yeah.
Someone else's dad, though.
Sorry. Almost collected the money.
Yeah.
All right. So... People have criticized the police's investigation efforts in this case because it seems like they just jumped on the easy suspect, right, without doing any actual investigation.
Mm-hmm.
The knife tip, for example, has never been tested to identify the make and model of the murder weapon. So we still are just
the make and model. Like in 2009 Subaru.
Fucking, like fucking Swiss Army knife from the 98s. I don't know.
No, I get it. It's just I've never heard a knife referred to as a make and model before. I don't even know knife brands.
Swiss.
Hinkler? Yeah. Swiss. This is a Swiss Army knife.
Buck. That's all I got.
What is that, a K-bar?
See, there you go. You're killing it.
All right, fair.
All right. So, we don't even know that shit. The unknown fingerprints on the Fresca can have never even been DNA tested, and we still don't know her DNA under her fingernail prints. We don't know any of that shit.
This all seems real solvable.
I feel like someone just has to care.
This is a really catchable ball, guys. I've been watching a lot of baseball lately, and they say that a lot. Wow, that was a really catchable ball every time they drop it. And I'm like,
that's fucked up. That is so fucked up. This is a really solvable case, guys.
I
feel like it's pretty possible. And there's $150,000 out there, y'all. Like, Can we solve this? I don't know. I feel like we could.
Maybe a cop from back then should, like, revamp his fucking
You know what's really
career.
Weird to me is, like, how come the friend who borrowed the books has never come forward? Like, that's pretty suspicious. So if we just found out who the fuck borrowed her books, that might be a lead.
Well, she could have been walking to the house of the person who borrowed the books and was like, I need these. And they're like, I'm not done with it. And they're like, I'm going to take them. I promised them to someone else. And they're like,
not
today. Yeah, like, I really need to know about...
Books are expensive, so it
quantum
tracks.
Physics. It really does. They're so expensive.
They're so expensive. They're more expensive
fucking
than
why,
tuition.
too?
Just
because your professor wrote it?
I know, and she's from Germany coming to the U.S. She's probably like, this is some bullshit. I'll make sure I share this with everybody. And somebody from the U.S. is like, no, you won't. I make my money off those book sales. And shanked her.
Could have been.
Probably not, though.
Could have been the black market book sales.
But I feel like I did more investigation than the Yale police.
Honestly.
I don't think it was the Yale police.
I don't think those police are from Yale, though, you know? Like, they didn't graduate from there.
I don't know. You don't think?
They went to their own academy.
Yeah, they did. The police academy. Anyway, so we don't know who she borrowed the books from. We don't know who the dude in a green jacket or a tan van was, or if they're the same person. But the only suspect we have is this running man who's a muscular build.
It was a white man?
It was a white man, tan van.
White man, tan van, green jacket, muscular build.
Yeah, that's all we got. And all we know is that that person was running in the area. like their life depended on it.
Well, I mean, back in college especially, I would do some crazy bullshit like that. Like
bounce off a car?
Yeah.
For sure.
If I happened to be jogging and there was a car next to me, you know.
And your friends are giggling, you're all drunk, I'd be like,
this guy. And then you'd run away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm drunk and now I'm going to go into the abyss.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And you're on campus.
Yeah.
On fucking frat row, I'm sure.
Right.
You know? Like,
yeah, that could have just been some dude at a frat party that's like, I'm just trying to get home, man. Dude, you my friends? Nope, okay. That's not my ride. Fuck, sorry.
But, okay, so the only thing, in my mind, based off of all of my knowledge, is like, I really think she had to know this person.
But the attack from behind really bothers me, if it's a personal attack.
Stab somebody randomly and then like there's not a serial attack since this happened in 98 and it's not tied to any other events.
Yeah, but remember the fucking guy you just did recently that just wanted to stab that homeless guy. Like, this literally could have just been a dude that happened to have a knife on him that was walking, saw a person
and just shanked.
And I don't mean dude like it had to be a dude, but most likely it was probably a dude. But you know, like a crime of opportunity.
But it's weird that there was like, what is the person getting out of the crime other than the murder?
That's it. I would think that's it. Yeah.
And I feel like if it were a thrill of a murder, it'd be way more thought out. But I guess that's what happened with the homeless
person. Yeah. And I feel like that's maybe now we're hearing about it, but I feel like it's happening a lot where they're like, I just wanted to know what it was like to stab someone. I just read another one the other day.
Yeah, maybe. That's scarier. Like,
real fucking scary.
Hopefully it's somebody she knew. The books must have been real expensive.
I don't know.
That would suck, though. But, okay, but we have DNA. Like, we should at least test that. And, like, family tree that shit.
100%.
Like you said, I feel like we can solve this.
There is DNA. It can be solved. Like, there have been enough generations now to where whoever committed the crime.
Procreated.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they've checked it, right? And, like, just...
I think they're doing it, like, slowly but surely now, but I think it's, like, a slow process. Yeah.
To, like, care about the case. There was something that said that, like, the dad Suzanne's dad. I mean, her parents were absolutely devastated.
I
She
would
was
imagine.
Like the apple of their eye.
Yeah.
So perfect woman, right?
It was their fucking prodigy. These two geniuses made a
Exactly.
child, and they made a genius child.
Exactly.
And they sent her to fucking Yale in their footsteps to live and come back to their castle.
Literally was following her mother's footsteps and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the mother has passed away, but that the dad still fights it all the time. And there was something I read that said in passing like that. The police are just waiting for him to die so that they'll leave it alone.
Jesus Christ,
Like,
that's so fucking
rude.
sad.
But that's also somebody's opinion, you know?
So rude.
So rude.
Can't even believe they would do that.
That's how I said it.
So rude.
So rude.
I just think the idea of waiting for someone to die is rude.
Honestly. It's like the disrespect.
Disrespect. I mean, he's got to know about 23andMe, so hopefully he's pushing for that. Or his other family that may be younger and more like, you know,
I want to say he wanted to pay for like independent DNA analysis or some shit and they wouldn't let him, or it got contaminated and it came back with the result of somebody from the fucking place. But I could be mixing that up with another case because I do that shit a lot.
Right. Well, that would be horrible if they fuck up all the DNA, because that's really common in especially our shit. Like, oh, we didn't store it right.
Yeah.
Guess we'll never know.
Exactly. I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to know something out there. But everybody was like, everybody loved her. Like, she was like literally everybody's apple of their eyes. So,
Yeah. But she seems like she's just doing nice stuff.
Right? She was volunteering for her fucking...
Yeah.
And she was the head of the buddies...
What if,
thing.
hear me out, what if there was another girl? We don't know about her because nobody really did, right? But she was always in this girl's class, right? She's always in Suzanne's classes, and she's like number 2 because Suzanne's number 1. And she's like,
Always in
that's
the
my arch
shadows.
nemesis, you know?
Yeah.
And then she's always ahead, she's always better, blah, blah, blah. And that kind of resentment build up, like stalker from afar.
Could be. I mean, that makes more sense than like just
that
somebody
comes from
random.
like a girl perspective to me. Like that would be a girl doing that. Like, hey, you're fucking better than me and I gotta be the best. So then like
Yeah.
this weird resentment
Like
thing
jealousy.
builds. Yeah, like a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
But
it's
I don't think a
weird.
woman would stab someone in the back of the head that aggressively.
Randomly and not
17
having it
times.
set up. Like it would have
Yeah.
been like a birthday party or a slumber party or something.
Yeah, or it would have been like, oh my gosh, come over and borrow my books. Or come get them from you
can't-
because I've borrowed them.
Yeah, but how weird. Do you think so? It's to me, it's plausible enough that she could have walked there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if she had any friends that lived over there, or if there was any parties going on that like would have enticed her to go that direction. But also, she was really tired, so it sounds like she wouldn't be walking that way. So that makes me think she probably did get into somebody's car. Like
She
maybe
could've-
somebody offered a ride, and she
And
was
then
so
went
tired.
too far, and then
Yeah.
she was like, hey man, I'm supposed to go back there. And then she starts fighting about it, and then she
Right.
tries to get out of the car, and then
Right.
they make
And
their
it's
move.
98, so like, but I would feel like she wouldn't get into a car unless she knew kind of the person, at least kind of knew of the person, like
Yeah.
somebody from campus life.
Yeah, especially if the walk was like almost done or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, she's like already halfway there,
But what if
according to
she
the people
was-
that spotted her.
What if it was a police officer? Like she was at the communications place, and the police officer was like, "I'll give you a fucking ride."
That very
and
well
this is
could
an
have been
inside
it.
job, and we're trying to cover it up.
That very well could be.
I have questions.
Hmm.
There's so many theories. Also, one of the theories was about like somebody from the fucking Al Qaeda leadership or whatever, knowing that she was writing about Osama bin Laden on her thesis before 9/11, and that they fucking took her out. But like, there's no evidence.
Yeah, like I love that, but I don't think that they care that much about
No.
what one college student is writing. Like
about their
even at
thesis
Yale,
that no one's
you know?
reading.
Yeah. The thesis that her thesis advisor and professor will read. That's it.
Unless it gets published, but even that, it should have been. Probably could have warned us about some stuff.
Right. What did it say? Did
I
it
don't
have
know.
a date in it that we
Just
should have
that
been aware
he was a threat to the U.S.
of? Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy. If anyone's out in Connecticut and knows anything about that, say something. You know, if you know a grandfather or a dad that had a loose green jacket, is a white male with muscular build, or maybe was,
And a tan van.
and a tan van, come forward. Say
Yeah.
something. See something, say something.
That's what I always say.
That's what I always say.
So if you guys want to check out pictures pertaining to this case, go to our social media. We're
Yeah.
on Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok.
TikTok, X. And if you want to email us, you can do that at isgdpodcast@gmail.com, or
Hell
you
yeah.
can snail mail us at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
And then we have Patreon for as little as $1. You can support your favorite podcast host.
Hell yeah.
So we can buy new mic arms and random shit. So we can pay for people to edit and publish this shit for you.
And I promise, again, we will get back up on fucking Patreon and stuff. I'm going to bust my ass this week, and we're going to get it done. I'm going to do so much stuff.
I'm going to show up to record all those things she's busting her ass on.
She sure is.
I owe a Patreon, too.
She sure is.
Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for everything. Bye.